Sub only for this cinema.
1 minute 30 seconds. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Next ad runs. Boom. Boom. Heron with the gifts of
Heron
war.
111
Right
has
there.
gifted a sub to Fluorescent.
Boom. 18 minutes, guys. And we can run one more ad, so it's gonna be 25 minutes, bro. Let Mickey Bicky take it for the Prime Gaming, bro. I got you guys. I got you guys. Yo, Quan. Who did it, Quan?
Blended _2.
Quan, who did it?
What? Did what? Did what?
Huh?
Did what?
Who did the fucking thing, bro?
My rival 05 DSG, yay.
DSG, yay! What a rare mythical pull!
I'm playing. I'm joking. I'm joking. Let's just say in the match fixing league of 2022 class of Valorant, after my phenomenal chamber performance, I got a pay raise.
Raise? What? Are we still thinking for the show? Should I turn the sub noties off and all noties off chat for the video? Should we turn all noties off for the video? Yeah, I think so. Thank you for the subs. Aristo, Gospel, Mango, Twitch, MF0. Slow mode the chat? Should we slow mode the chat? I don't know. This is great, bro. I think it's fine. I think chat's fine.
Bro,
Chat.
it popped. The Q pop, bro. Watch the video. Whoa, I got you, bro. Oh my god, it started.
The Valorant scene has been rotten to the core. Underground gambling.
Ethan Lee, who the fuck is
target
this?
Vulnerable, inexperienced, desperate players. to
One
their
of one
matches
Bray.
and
Oh my god, wait, that guy was storing my
offering
rankings.
sometimes
I
literal
knew it.
children, you know, 16-year-olds.
Why is it so quiet?
Yeah, it's so quiet.
Life-changing money.
Alright, I gotta
Tens of
up the
thousands
volume.
of dollars for a single game. Just to throw a single game. While these people are
Your
also
stake, the
profiting
100
hundreds of
payout
thousands of
230K?
dollars. Depending on how
Oh my
long
God.
this has gone on for, or
Everyone shut
how
up.
far it truly extends, it's likely to be millions by this point. This is literally the kind of scandal that could kill competitive gaming in Valorant. It started when I investigated 2 people.
Oh my god, dude.
Let's zoom out for a quick
I
second.
don't know how to turn it off.
For those of you who don't follow professional competitive Valorant, you might be wondering, what even is Tier 2 Valorant? We'll start with Tier 1, right? This is VCT, the professional leagues, and we've got a few of those, right? We have VCT China, Pacific, EMEA for Europe. We have VCT America.
I boosted it already. I already did it.
All of NA, LATAM, and Brazil. Now, Tier 2 is challengers, and it is possible to make it into VCT from Tier 2. I mean, it's possible to even do it from Premier within the game. You and your friends could, grind through Premier, end up in a qualification game for challengers. I mean, this has literally happened multiple times in the last year. It's
Okay, Sean, you
an
talking to
amazing
me?
System for bringing up players. Once you're in Tier 2, the goal is to make the Ascension tournament. And just like the name suggests, the whole purpose is to ascend up into VCT. However, it's only one team per year in the entire region of Americas, not even just North America. So we're talking challenger leagues that are running simultaneously in North America, LATAM, and Brazil. From that, 2 teams from each of those will meet into the Ascension.
Yeah, I'm about to
tournament.
I'm about to 2x this, Sean.
Zooming in,
Bro's going for the full ad revenue
you can
here,
see
aren't you,
Tier
Sean?
1, Tier 2.
There
the
is no
teams
2x.
and the players in Tier 2.
It's the first time you gotta
their
watch.
DMs. Let's get back to the investigation of those 2 people.
Bones?
Wait, who are these people? Oh my god.
This is my
I
good old
swear,
friend,
I
Bray,
swear this guy trolled. I swear this guy
101
trolled my
Bray,
rankings. I
AKA
knew it.
Bray on
I
Shane.
swear I knew it.
He is the guy that's reaching out to everyone, and this right here, this is what his Twitter looked like. Well, at least for last week, before he deleted a lot of the incriminating evidence. He follows pretty much everyone in the Tier 2 scene. You can only see about 50 people deep. You can even see, several that I found that were following back before people started realizing that I was onto this whole thing. These days, you're not going to see any of that, right? It's pretty much all wiped clean. Thanks to some very amazing people that reached out to me, though. Behind the scenes, we actually have evidence of Bray reaching out to at least 4 different players to fix matches. So Teague, who currently plays for Landor, and Practo, who's on Burger Boys, have actually helped me quite a bit in this investigation. And they deserve all the praise in the world for doing that. I'm really hoping the community takes care of these two. I'm working with them actively to craft conversations in their DMs. And these are how our conversations with Bray went. So here you can see, this is how Bray opened up the conversation with Practo, right? Showing and flaunting these Burger Boys bets against Blue Otter. Drops all 3 of the 10 grand bets for a 2-0 for Burger Boys to beat Blue Otter. And says, thank you, Practo. Love you. And then Practo says, jokingly back, I got you, bro. This time only, though. This is Practo joking completely, by the way, up top. And then that's when Bray takes over and says, yo, Practo, you got Discord? Add me, twin. I'm always here. Just saying, you can make a mill at 19. Yo, Teague, let's make 100K each in your next game. What's your Discord? I got 20K for you. Imagine you're one of these young kids who don't have a salary.
Or did he crap Practo? Look, he made money too.
This gem. And from there, he'll actually take it over to Discord, where you can see Bray starts off. Sup, G? Landor have any games coming up? Maybe Challenge is kind of dead at the moment with playoffs starting soon, so we don't have any VCL matches till July.
Okay.
Split 3, July 4, right? Bro, what I do is pay Challenger players. For example, I'll send a bet slip real quick. Hold on. So when you have a close game, for example, you're playing a good team, I'll pay you 20K to underperform. 10 before the game and 10 after the game. If the odds are good, I can get you 30 for a game. What? I don't want to get cut for playing poorly since I did shit last split. But is there any way to do it and win? And Bray says, we have streamer accounts on multiple sports books. So that's how we can bet 6 figures plus on Challenger games.
What?
And that's the secret sauce right there. And that's a big takeaway.
6 figures?
These streamer accounts on the betting sites are how these guys are capable of even dropping bets.
Bray, he's in my Radiant rank game.
Bray says,
he's in my Radiant rank game.
To take to Teague's message. But if it's like a close game 50-50 and you're playing a good team,
I haven't talked to
it wouldn't look crazy if you had an unlucky game. You feel me? Or just to get Teague one tapped on their eco round. Yeah, I get what you mean. Like subtle shit. That makes a difference in the round, but not to most watching it. Yeah, you know what I mean. Can bet maps too. So if you play bad for one map, or I just said throw an eco round accidentally on map 1, so you could just shit the bed one map and still win and make money? And Bray says, yes, we should lock in for real. We will speak more about numbers and shit, about maps when odds come out for your games. Everything makes sense now. There was some crazy upsets this split. Motherfuckers were getting their bags. And Bray goes, yeah, bro. Fucking like Prosperity Esports in Burger Boys.
Burger Boys is in the finals, though.
And just like that, 2 of them found.
What?
So much, Bray. Bray on May 14th to Teague. It's ready for you when you want it. This guy literally put Teague's wallet and 20 grand ready to send to Teague. And this is what he's constantly enticing you, right? He's not leaving these leads dead. And you can see, yeah, I understand.
Chats that they're taking
players at the moment. And this is on May 1st. I hid the team for privacy reasons, but let me know if you want to run up a fucking bag together. And he flaunts this right here bet. Holy shit. The payout for this,
there's no
$230,188.
He bet 133K.
This guy placed a bet.
He made 100K.
Not on the series, but on map 2. When a team was winning 5-3. That's how you read this. So he's going to get 1.72 times what this number is, which is what he staked up.
So they played the beginning of the game normally, and then they bet mid-game.
The second map, and the score was 5-3.
What the fuck?
And you can see. Do you know anyone else that would be interested? I'll cut you in profit, obviously. I mean, it doesn't even have to be that the specific person's doing it. You just have to refer a friend.
How do you guys know?
You get a signing bonus. Everything is anonymous, and you will make minimum 5 figures per game. Please delete messages.
3 letters?
Whenever you want to be driving a Lambo, you know the guy to go to. And then he hits him up again on the 19th. I am recording this on the 21st. This guy is still messaging people. And this is regarding the playoffs of North American Challengers, even though he knows I know. He knows I know. He literally has a clip talking about me to my players. He's playing ranked to this day on Riot Game servers.
Yo, Paint, how do you feel about the current stage of Let's end our misery.
I think, honestly, It's in a really bad state.
John Garris thinks the same thing.
But I think
What?
I can understand people's reasonings behind what they do. Because it was already in a bad state beforehand.
Wait, so pay new?
It's not really helping the community. Like,
What?
He's offering $50,000
Wait, what?
for this game. 40,000 guaranteed.
Wait, why is the MIBR artisan
to
laughing
lose
too?
map 1. And I'm gonna bet
The
Burger
fuck?
Boys money line for 20K. Just for fun. Just for fun though. Just for fun.
Nah, we own that. We own MIBR.
And he does this to change the odds, right?
40K
There's
to lose
live
map
odds. You
one,
can
I'm gonna
bet
Burger
live in
Boys
the
for money
game.
line for fun when I'm done.
That's how sinister this really is. Let me know ASAP. And
So this
Practo
guy's just
shortly
driving
after. I'm good.
Lamborghinis,
Thanks for the
chat.
offer.
This one of one
And
Bray
you can
guy.
see, as the conversation progresses here, if the players get a little finicky, they get worried. Bray literally tells them, delete all these messages. You don't need to keep this here. Let's move our messages to Telegram. No one's gonna catch us there. This is the message that you'll see a lot. Everything's going on is crazy right
Teague?
now.
What team is
Let's
Teague
move
on? I
combos
forgot
to
what team Teague
Telegram.
is on.
So he's moving everything to Telegram, and this is May 16th.
Plug? Trust and plug?
Just days after
Landor? Oh.
Riot started their investigation. And this is what I was fearful of.
Landor?
The
That's the team
second
with
these
Neptune
guys
and,
know that
like,
you're onto them,
Moose and shit, right?
whoop, everything is gone. Nothing is left.
Shot up?
No proof of anything. And if you didn't record it, you're too late. And
One
these
of one
people are a
Brays
little
in
bit
my
scared,
chat right
If I
now.
get caught doing this, I'm gonna lose my livelihood.
What?
You know, I could lose all of this time I sunk in. He said, "You're worried about getting leaked? Just get me on Telegram, this encrypted peer-to-peer chat messaging program where, you know, we can talk there about throwing this game and cryptocurrency
to the
and
call.
how untraceable it could be. You know, it is very difficult to catch this. So just because the Discord messages are empty doesn't
We
mean
might have to add him to
anything
the call
me,
after this, bro.
truthfully. I mean, I've seen it back in the I by Power days.
I need to
where,
see what he thinks about this.
you know, the players denied it for months and months and months, and you know, dragged the community
Dude.
through the mud.
Shit, I'm innocent.
And it wasn't until a leaked text message from an ex-girlfriend
Dude,
where it all
Ryan.
came crumbling down.
Yo.
It's hard to believe.
Dude, can we get
that
to the
a
fucking
lot of
juice,
these people
bro?
just had conversations
one of
die
one
out
Brays in
when
my
they
chat
see
right
how
now,
this
and he
guy's
said he's
treated
innocent.
convos with both Practo
What?
and
Add him to the
Teague,
call.
Just constantly
Yeah, we're
keep
gonna add him
going, keep
after.
asking, prodding. That's gonna
Alright,
bring us
I just
into
feel
our
like, can we
next
just get
part.
to the
That's
name
how the
drop?
conversation goes. But truthfully, people like Bray are also connected to crypto groups, and those groups are connected
Wait,
and run by people like this guy,
What?
Cooker Flips, and
Who the
he is
fuck
the
is this guy?
founder of Pastel Alpha, which is a crypto trading group where they give people suggestions on like what cryptocurrencies to buy. In my experience, I've been in crypto for quite a while. These types of groups lose you money because the people running the groups are the first to buy crypto.
Bray, who
And
did it,
if
Bray?
You buy first. And
Bray,
you dump on the guy
Bray,
that buys
name drop
second.
everyone
well, that
right
guy's
now, bro.
stuck holding your bag, and then
Hey,
he
Bray,
needs
can
to
you
get
give some
someone
subs? I didn't know you
to
were
buy
rich
at a
like
higher
that.
price than he bought in. So the people that often start these groups have a lot of purchasing power. They'll buy heavy into the crypto ahead of time at very low cost. And then when you come into the group and get the suggestion, they're looking for the chart to bump up. They can then kind of slightly sell off onto you, and then you're left holding the bag. I don't really have insight into their
said Shanks did
crypto
it.
group. But I do know that this guy has made some serious bets on these challenger games. Some serious bets on Burger Boys of all teams. Wow, that is surprising. And what do you know? They're actually
Damn.
playing Blue Otter. That's the team that
And they're
Bear
posting
plays
they're
for.
posting
So,
it on
wow, this
Twitter
is
too.
So coincidental. And what do you know? He put 30 grand on this game. Holy moly. And also a 2
Who's on Blue Otter? I don't even know.
He must have felt really confident about that one. So looking through what's left of some of the stuff on Cooker's profile, you can
Bob?
see
Oh.
a little bit of how this guy operates.
Bob playing
right?
in Game
What's gonna
Changers
happen
playoffs
here,
right
and
now?
what you're gonna notice
The
is
fuck?
he actually has some legitimate bets. And what that's all about is, truthfully, is just washing the money. Think Breaking Bad Walter White and the car wash, right? This guy's trying to take this illegitimate money that is only coming in from challenger
Wait,
games.
we're dealing with
and make it
Heisenberg right
look
now?
like he's also making money on other things. Because if you only made millions of dollars on challenger games and you didn't also, lose some on coin flippy VCT games that you're just kind of guessing on, well, then it would look really weird. I speculate that he's kind of washing some of this money, but you can see his profit margins have just got insane in some of it.
Wait, whoa,
He's just
whoa,
giving
whoa,
money away all of a
whoa,
sudden
millions
on
of
Twitter.
dollars. Wait,
Everyone's
what?
giving giveaways. And this is an expense for him because he's building his brand, actually. So with free money that he's getting from Challenger Games.
What do you mean
He
millions
did
of
bet here
dollars?
on Prosperity, and we do know a thing or two about Prosperity, according to my boy Bray. So
Guy bet $3,000 to make
interesting to beat our
$100.
team. You might notice
What? That doesn't even make
he
sense.
has some notable followers, such as Josh RT.
That's making
And when I saw this, I
infinite
couldn't
money.
believe it, right? I was like, why is Josh following this guy? And so I did indeed get Josh in a call, and I am pretty happy to say I'm fairly confident Josh RT is actually very unlucky in this whole thing, right?
Wait, what?
They basically reached out and they tried to give him free access to the crypto group. They said it's a very expensive service, and they use him as almost kind of like an advertising method. So right here, you can see him, you know, basically flaunting his open DMs on the stream live for everyone to see.
What rank am I in Val? I'm ass. I think I'm like silver or bronze. I don't play Val, like seriously. I don't have time to play, you know, I don't have time to put any effort into these games anymore.
No.
No point.
No point. No point. I mean, silver, bronze, doesn't really fucking matter. This guy is just a savant when it comes to picking NA Challenger games. Coin flippy ones too, on the underdogs. He loves the underdogs. It's like that IQ bell curve. This guy's so far on the left, he's like on the right side with the geniuses.
Am I breaking?
I'm stuck in the middle. I'm
And ads are gonna run in 3
Why
minutes.
are they betting
used all
tens
my
of thousands
fuses.
of dollars on tier 2 Valorant matches?
Oh my god.
When you're bronze and silver? Yeah,
Sorry, guys.
why? You don't understand the game, and you don't even have time to play. Well, I think we know why.
Oh my god. The money vacuum. The money vacuum. Next time.
Valorant used to have a lot of money in its peak. At its peak, around like 2020, you know, early quarantine days to 2022, there were so many orgs. And to show that, you can actually go to the subreddit. These are some of the orgs that we've lost.
I was
since
there.
franchising.
I was there,
That
chat.
is a lot of logos. I am literally getting nerd chills looking at this. These are teams
Salaries
that
were good.
I co-streamed, I casted
Not on
when I was a
Rise, though.
caster. Orgs that paid serious salaries and have great backing.
Oh my god.
As
Please
you
don't
go
say I
on,
was
there's just
hacking.
less and
Sean,
less
I swear I wasn't
hacking
hacking in tier 2.
opportunities in this
Sean, I
space.
swear I wasn't hacking, bro.
And what that does
Please don't
is it
say I was hacking.
creates
Come on.
an absolute vacuum.
Oh my god, I
of
think the cheater evidence is
what
coming
these
out
guys
now.
just sunk in thousands of hours to get paid for. You learned how to be a pro gamer in Valorant, and now there's no money in the scene. And you might miss out on a lot of opportunities in those years that you were doing that. You might have put a relationship on hold. You might have put school on hold. You might have put an important job on hold. You took huge risks thinking that the scene would be what it was, because why wouldn't it at least look somewhat like that? Especially with VCT coming around the corner, right? I mean, VCT's only been around for like 2 years, but the presence of VCT and
Oh my god, name drop.
how
Name drop.
all those
I need to
challenger
know.
orgs were trying to get to VCT, once they realized the difficulty and challengers of making it, the actual likelihood of that one team that ascends per region, and just the likelihood of your challenger team doing that, holy, it's rough. Obviously, at this tier 2 level, a feeder league, it's a pillar that's required in any kind of sport, right? Think of like collegiate basketball, collegiate football, anything like that. In traditional sports, they all have these type of circuits to feed up into the pro league, where people are taken care of in the lower leagues.
Yeah, the ad's gonna run down.
That is no longer the case in Valorant, and it's created this vacuum. The veterans that got used to that money are now desperate, right? You've created a lifestyle around expecting that kind of income. You might be locked into some kind of apartment lease. You might be living a lifestyle with a partner that you can no longer live at all because you can't even get paid, period. And the young, inexperienced talent, the pros who haven't really learned their lesson, they're the ones being targeted the most. People like Bray now have you by the balls, though. If you throw that one game, if you listen
Bray's grabbing
to him,
my
you are
balls?
then on the hook. I don't know what he's going to ask you to do in the future, but to think that blackmail isn't an option
people
for
have
these
ads,
guys is
everyone starts saying,
very
holy shit,
naive.
no way.
If they're
Holy
going to
shit, no
run
fucking
a
way.
criminal
Everyone
ring in
start going crazy, chat.
cryptocurrency on Telegram and make hundreds of thousands of dollars, which they could go to prison for, why would they not ask you to cheat in a game? They don't care about the game. Cooker doesn't even play the game. He doesn't have time, he says. It doesn't make sense. Bray, I mean, at least he plays the game a good bit, right? We're lucky enough to find him in real rank matches.
I'm not gonna lie.
Look at his tracker. We can go back to, let's see, performance right here. And you can see about when, I don't know, maybe Bray got some aim training or something. Look at this win percentage jump up from mid-30s down here. Episode 7, Act 1. This guy came back, got a 75% win rate. Almost tripled his headshot percentage.
Damn.
Like, this was my win percentage on Neon. I think I might main Neon, but you do you, Bray. You're doing great out there. But what happens when the odds and the payouts on betting sites are on the other end? And now you have to win. One of you might just cheat. And that's how we come to our boy Fair. And here we have May 13th.
Fair?
Just 2 days before, if you
Fair?
remember, when Bray said things are getting weird and we got to move to Telegram. You
guy?
might be wondering, how did the guy that reported Fair for cheating end up
On
with
May
a
6th?
statement
That's
for
my
Fair
birthday.
cheating? And that's a good question. Maybe for another day, but you know, it obviously got back to Bray. And you could see right here, I mean, it's just a request to send in information, and Riot earmarked several of the rounds that we will now look at. Buckle up. This is where things get a little bit fun.
Fair stats 1.2,
Sure, common question's
1.4.
gonna
What?
be,
Damn.
how did I stumble into
Someone
this?
pick up Fair.
Hopefully it all started with that loss against Blue Water. I don't know, it didn't sit well with me when I signed off the co-stream. So I went back that night and I rewatched the VODs. I have rarely in my career, I can't even remember times where I've got out of a game and I thought the other team was cheating in some kind of way. I believe it to be a loser mentality, and it will hinder growth in any kind of competitive sport. So
Okay.
I try not to cope and use these things as excuses. And honestly, I don't think I ever have.
Fair's
in my
playing
whole
a match
career.
right now?
But
Are you
this
serious?
match was different. I was very confident. The coaches were very confident coming into this match. And I'm looking at this and I just couldn't believe it all. Like, this team caught so many timings and they beat our team who came into this
Where? I
match
don't
very,
see
very
it.
prepared. Honestly, super prepared for a lot of the stuff Fair ended up doing even. But he just caught immaculate timings across the map. Took space in ways that I've never seen anyone take space while using zero utility. So that's when I decided, okay, I have to dive into this, Blue Otter game against Burger Boys.
If I was the
What
other
about
team,
to
I'm
show
not
you
showing up to the
is
match.
bizarre. Now, what you're
We're
going to notice
protesting.
here is Bob over here at Dish,
Okay.
send it. Absolutely send it. I don't know if I've seen anyone do this. She runs it down and drones from this aggressive spot. The stealth drone on Teo. Now, this drone
Egoist.
is seen by everyone. It sees the cipher, it sees people in the deep lines. And so you would think that Bob solo Dish and no one around to push would just respect that and let it go. No, not at all. Bob sends it. The gun isn't even out when you look at Bob through the wall. And on your screen,
What?
that's Fair. I just watched this one round and I couldn't even believe it.
Bob?
I mean, this looks absurd.
Bob is playing in Game Changers
Absurd.
right now, no?
And so again,
That's insane.
at this point, I'm pretty interested. It keeps getting crazier.
No.
Round 6. Again, they're just sending it. They're just sending it.
What is the
Look,
music?
knife out.
No.
What is this
He's
music?
playing music.
Mario
What?
music.
What?
It's
You're
a
playing
circus
against
music.
a breach Teo Neon.
Did anyone
this is
watch this
insane.
match or no?
Why are they not counter-utiling is what I'm thinking. So they're just sitting
Wait,
here.
no.
I mean,
Wait,
Bob,
Bob got the kill
hit
though.
some
Wait.
miraculous shots. I'm not going to lie to get those 2 kills. But then you keep watching and you can see,
Bob got
even though there's a
hers.
neural theft, even though 3 people were spotted, or I'm sorry, 2 extra people were spotted Dish, they end up getting that kill on Zeke, who into them. But if you watch Brimstone, watch Zoe Stoll, running with knife out right now. So they get the spike, running knife out. The gun isn't even out.
Wait,
Now
was
that
the
is
whole team.
crazy. That's crazy. I
need to hear
just
the
baffled
comms.
at this point. I cannot believe
They have
what I'm
comms for the
seeing.
match.
And this is when I started to realize I don't even think this is a one-person thing.
The guy in my
anymore.
chat just said
Bob
he's
in a main.
The guy in my chat just said
I'm
he's
not even sure what
rotating.
Bob's
No, with a
doing.
question mark.
Truthfully, like maybe changing the angle of her jiggle, but
Someone give that guy
there's
a
no
sub.
support.
His name is GG Glaive.
And they're playing a
Glaive
neon that
double
could
G.
run her down. And
Okay.
I mean, watch how this plays out.
J-Dang, bro. Get
so
that
she
editing.
jiggles out wide, immediately gets stunned, peeks out,
TikToks.
dies.
Oh
This
my
guy
god,
peeks out,
Bodhi is
dies.
actually fucking hacking. I think he might get accused
And
of hacking.
you know, the round's literally just over. This ult is just crazy to me. There's no way that this feels like a good idea. And then the next part
I'm not
of the
gonna
play
lie,
is
I
even
would do
more
this
wild.
ult though.
So he goes for the neon, which
Like, I
obviously
do
is
that.
just
I
gonna
do
run
that
away and
ult.
live.
Wait,
Even though the
Sean.
neon had 1 HP, he boom bots through the smoke to give away his spot.
Wait, thrower?
Now look at where these
Thank
other
you for
two
the
players
pride.
are here. Do you think those players
I've
can
seen
trade?
some
Do you think
bros
those
to do
players can
that.
do
Yeah, we all
anything?
do that.
Of course not. Now this is the guy that was insta-killing everyone on my team. It doesn't even look like the same person right now. This looks
Damn,
like
wait.
the same person took horse tranquilizers. Then we get to round 18. I mean, things are getting a little close, so it would be
Sean
kinda
turned to a
crazy if they
comedian.
won this round and got to 9-9 because they do have to win 2-0. So we are in crunch time right now. We must lose, but we have some good util in this comp. So what are we gonna do?
Okay, no.
Well, we can't make it too obvious. We're going to satchel in. We're going to plant immediately. We're going to fake. Going to kill this Cypher. Spike goes down.
Okay.
Now this is where things get
No,
absolutely
he didn't die to the
insane.
poly.
Now
didn't-
they
he
have
didn't do
3
it.
power ults here. Zeke, the Breach,
No.
decided it would be an incredible idea to run out of main right here and just shoot his classic and die. Fair plants.
I feel like Ryan's
And
done these
honestly,
plays
has-
a lot.
A decent idea for what would be called like a zoning ult in pro play. I actually don't feel like Fair's play in this
The ult isn't
particular
bad.
scenario.
I think the ult is
is
fine
horrible.
here.
Yeah,
At the
that's a
pro
great
level,
ult.
you know,
That's a
pulling
great
the ult out to stop the insta flood, giving some time on the post
Now,
for your
Fair
teammates to
ults himself
reposition.
right here on the crash.
Also,
okay.
not a bad ult to shoot. If Practo wasn't full HP, this is a kill. So, hits Practo very low. Now, you might be wondering,
Ryan did
how
the work for
do they
Bray
lose this
without even
post
getting
with
paid.
all of this utility?
Man,
How
that
do they
guy.
do it? It's almost like you can't even defuse the spike.
Ryan,
if
Ryan, do
these
you
guys just
understand
layer
what
the
like
utility
why they
properly.
think is match based and
So
you
let's
think this is
see.
like normal?
Here we go.
Ryan, do you think this is normal? like,
We
can
have
you
the
tell the
Brim Molly
difference?
landing. Oh,
Yeah, you're hella
that'll
smart.
shave off quite a bit of time.
Wait, hold on. Watch locking.
The boombot comes out. That makes him, you know,
Bray just
aware that
said,
no
I'll
one's
pay
coming
you
from
20
this side,
bands
so you
right
can
now
watch
to
the other
skip this
side.
part.
Pretty normal. It's pretty normal.
Bray, I'll
Bob
skip
playing
it.
deep with tail ult. Okay, we have double ult still. It's kind of crazy. The tap comes in. The tail ult happens. You can see Fair
Okay.
now ignoring Arcade. Okay, gets killed in the side of the head. Now they immediately Brim ult without waiting for the next tap. I mean, you can even see where the tail ult is right there. Yeah, if this happened in a vacuum, I would be inclined to believe that it was an accident.
Okay.
And if also it happened to a team that, you know, hasn't had players playing challengers for multiple seasons now, I would think, okay, maybe that's an accident. But again, we have to just keep seeing it, you know? Fair dies tower. These 3 are taking the site.
Honestly, looks like a
of
pretty
the
normal
ults
round
have
to
been
me.
wasted. So what are we gonna do?
Okay. I feel like
Well, we
he's
still
just
have
calling them
missiles.
shit.
The
on, like,
Molly is
It's
good
actually
here
great.
too.
See
Like,
what's
what
happening over here?
Yeah, I feel this is just like no communication.
Bob just sitting
between Brim
there,
and Teo.
stun out, somehow misses the stun
Okay.
here, gets run down, dies. The Brim is literally just sprinting over here, completely out of the play. And that person dies too.
bro.
10-8.
They might
it
just
felt
be
like
bad.
an unlosable
Honestly,
round,
that felt like a
actually.
pretty normal round.
Let's see
bro.
what happens
Like,
on the very following
he was
round.
watching
we
a
did
VOD
see
review,
that
like,
that
he might
neon
come
had
in
an
match
off.
Hey,
I think
that
we
didn't
all
look-
saw that, right?
That didn't look very
In pro play, you're
incriminating.
typically watching people as they run around
No,
at the end of the
that
round.
round was.
You know, so
It just sounded
you
like
definitely
a
want to use some
miscom with the
util,
ults.
especially
I
when
mean,
you
the
have
guy
all
with the
this
breach
util on
all
your
definitely
comp,
looked like
so
he was throwing.
Let's see what they do. It's a good time for your IGL to take a nice jump spot. Oh, Well, there goes our smokes.
Okay, he jump spotted, didn't see anything, then
You can see they missile out main. It's actually so fun to watch. They Vice ult because, yeah, like, why not? Let's waste all of our ults on rounds that we can't win. So, you can see Bonnie running out of the site. They take the site. Zeke taps the spike, not plants. There's no util blocking him, by the way, right now. I just want people to realize that. One more look. He's going to tap the spike, not plant safe. Watch Bob's aim. Tap, tap, tap. I'm just going to sit in the open. Tap, tap, tap. I'll miss a little bit. Tap, tap, tap. Zeke goes back to plant, gets spammed. Now let's watch Fair in this 1-on-2. Huh, getting spammed a little. Let me just jiggle a little bit more.
He might just be bad. They might just be bad.
Bro, honestly, like, I've never heard of these players in my life.
Let's
I think
just hit him with the unreal A rush.
Like, if I were to play, like,
let's
Fair's
just hit
not,
him with
even
it.
if Fair were to
This is
cheat
a
against me, I
work
think I'm beating
quite
Fair.
frankly. So they Teo drone main. They see this op. The Neon dodges the stun, gets a shot. Fair misses. They run up. Now,
has he seen the energy
look
games?
at all of this util. Does this look like a good idea to go through this? They have no dish control. They literally have nothing. They're Teo missiles in front of them. Bob is between them. They've stimmed. This Brim is about to molly the other side of the smoke. They don't care. Let's watch. You might be wondering, do they actually get out of this? So they stun the cross smokes.
Okay, no.
And Bob decides, hit a timing. Let's go. Huh.
Okay, no, this was bad. This was a bad one.
Unfucking real. Let's watch Haven.
They went
just
to the
to
smoke
see,
together with the Vice
because we could do a side-by-side with Haven, right? Fair played Haven against both teams.
What is Molly, bro?
So let's just see some what he did against Burger Boys here first, real quick. What are they cooking? So you have that stall smoke that everyone always throws on A. So this stall smoke actually allows people to flood in and play the wall. And it really opens things up for the defense. That's why you see people throw this smoke instead of, a flat smoke anywhere in this rectangle I just drew. Sova, aka Practo, peeks short and gets that kill on Fireball. All right, let's see how Fair enters this. So Fair knows Practo went down.
Bro, I feel like you
short,
can't use gameplay, bro. Like, this is...
Fair's cooking. Let's see what he's cooking.
Like, who the fuck is Fireball Ops, bro? I never heard of this guy in my life.
Site. Not a bad play. Not a bad play.
Keep
in mind, we remember that guy did kill our teammate short.
Bad evidence, though.
And grab a gun.
Yeah, I'm waiting for like the real evidence. Like, I don't know.
Like, we need DMs and shit. Like, when Still missed the op shot, bro. Like, they think he was throwing it. It was like he just sucked.
1, 2.
Like, you need the evidence, like the.
That's an idea.
Sean Garrett's ad revenue is
But
gonna
maybe
go
it's just a
crazy,
fluke.
though.
Let's see what Bob's cooking. Let's see what she's cooking. FlyQuest Red Superstar played so well against us,
Like, what are these guys like? Okay, like I've seen people with that. Like, what if this guy just sucks?
Yeah, I was waiting for this.
Oh, maybe if we slow it down.
I've seen Quan do that a lot, bro.
Let's check it out.
I mean, I saw you do that against Valorant at least 8 times in a row.
Oh.
Like, I feel like he's watching this with like.
I would say maybe she ran on a mouse pad, but it looks like she doesn't have a mouse pad.
Bias.
On to the next round.
Or not confirmation.
Check out this insane B rush. Now this is, of course, off of barrier. We're gonna run B. Now, what do you think the top priority would be? Your Jet has the spike. Maybe you want to smoke the links. Use some of that breach util. Maybe you could do the updraft dash onto top site. I actually saw Fair do that in his collegiate game. Maybe he could ask for a smoke top site and updraft dash on it. And he kind of info util, like the Teo drone backside, stun. Let's see. Pop stash. We got to break that cam. For sure you got to break that cam. So, but you got to miss it first. You got to get tagged. You got to go tap, look around, and try to dash out. But oh, you missed another dash. Dang, dude, that's crazy. That's crazy. So he misses the dash, dies with the spike. Everyone literally just dies in the smoke. Man, that was a pretty good hit. Let's just see how he enters B one more time. Because against us, he doesn't clear left or right, so. Damn, this cam!
This is literally
this cam!
Gameplay.
Holy, it's fucking him up! Oh my god! Yes, he did indeed, as the duelist, enter B, look back at the cam, ignore C-Link, ignore backside,
that was bad.
Ignore
that was
everything,
that one's pretty cool.
and just died in the back. Yeah. What?
That's something Quan would do.
What's their A hit?
But like, where's the Omen
There
smoke?
we go. We're gonna run it down.
They
I
smoke.
like
I mean,
this
they smoke
energy. I like
J-Link.
this pace. This is good.
All right.
It's a. Oh, wait.
Breach
Did
off
their
his own
breach?
teammate.
Oh, no,
I mean,
they don't got a
Governor
breach,
KO
actually,
ulted himself.
All good. Let's just keep sending it. Shoots that. Let's just.
I mean, I
you
think
know,
Governor, yeah,
cloud
KO
burst,
ult
one-way
himself on
swap.
low to C. So I mean,
High
like,
default?
should we investigate Governor? There's a lot of crazy moments that
All
happen in the
right.
Valorant
Now let's
scene.
see. You know, we do know that guy's on short.
Lotus
chat,
A, if
remember?
you know, you know.
The Jet did break that shield. Let's do a good job clearing that. Okay.
Hey, maybe
Let's see what
Bob is
happens
just
here.
bad.
Here we go.
No, Bob.
Oh,
The thing is,
close
Bob
left,
low-key
close left.
one
Didn't
taps
expect
me
that.
ranked. I'm not
It's only
gonna
on the
lie.
pistol round of the second half, so it's not really that
Like, Bob
important
is
of a round.
low-key
You know,
insane.
pistols, bonuses, ult
Like I'm
rounds.
not even trolling.
Oh, break that, break. Let's check and see if they're there. Oh, that's unlucky. That's a bit of a wide jiggle though. Jesus.
Heron said Fair is
Christ,
chilling.
man.
Okay,
It's
now I know
insane.
Heron's
This is from
cheating
one
too.
Series.
Because Heron and Fair are boys.
$30,000 bet on it to be a 2-0. Let's go to the next round. We got the Breach Teo in a no ult util setup alone on C. This doesn't even really make much sense, truthfully. The Omen is playing solo Garage. We can see him, and Fair is playing close.
I feel like if you nitpick a lot
And-
of teams, you might think.
No,
a lot
no,
of
wait,
teams
I
are
understand it,
throwing-
Wait
Ryan.
a
Ryan, I
second.
understand it now.
It's
Oh, actually,
11-4
what?
Fireball. Where are your trips?
This was the match fix
Where's
series.
the cam? What the hell? Wait, we bought?
Like this
We
was a
did
series that was
buy.
bet on.
Let's
So,
put
like,
our
and these are like
Cypher
the all
solo
his rounds.
A.
They're
Cypher
like-
save for next up.
This isn't like
Let's see
some
what
random
Fireball's
series.
cooking here. Let's get some info real quick with that cam. So now they know
So
the
they're saying
Cypher's
everyone
on
on
short.
fucking Blue Water
Fireball
throwing.
walks away.
Yep, the whole team.
Let's take a nice little info peek on long here
Oh,
with that
thanks,
sheriff.
Quan.
You
I
know,
don't think
it's only a
anyone- I don't think- I don't
5-on-4. You
think
know,
we knew that.
this could go either way. So
I knew it. I was
I think we
clarifying
should try
for
to
you.
get the numbers a little higher.
Thank you.
But like, what if they're just bad?
Oh, caught.
Yeah, I don't
Caught.
know. They could have.
Got me, bro. Okay. Fireball down. Oh, wait a second, Bob. No.
Honestly, I just want to see the
No,
cheaters
we still
now,
could've
bro.
won
Like,
the
I'm getting
round.
bored.
Yeah, like, I
it's
don't really
still-
care for the match fixing,
Watch,
bro. Like,
Bob.
fuck.
This is an
Whatever,
attack
bro.
smoke
Like, you
that
just suck
clouds
anyways. Where are the
out
cheaters at?
front B.
Like,
Now,
what, like they're losing
in the
regardless.
pro
bro.
level,
like, where's
this
the
is,
like, where's
kind
the
of-
cheaters?
Okay, I'm gonna be honest. I was waiting for them to name drop like
Ping.
like
There's a
big, like,
defensive
GMDs or
ping
Sims or something.
on the left side of the
Yeah, like
smoke,
They're just-
right there.
Like who the
Like,
fuck
what?
is? I've never heard
And
of
so
this
they're
team in my
aware.
life,
Fireball
Because
bro.
ops,
you can
bro.
look
I don't give a
at
fuck. Yeah,
either
who the fuck
side
is
of the
Fireball
smoke,
ops, bro?
especially when the other team knows your
Like,
side
Even
of
if
the
he was
Burger
smoke.
throwing
Boys
it,
wins,
bro,
like,
I
I
would
don't
never
give a
know.
fuck.
I would literally never know.
Let's check it out.
Right, like Burger Boys wins. Like, who cares?
Wait,
Yeah.
wait.
Bob, knife out.
Bob, is your gun?
Wait, what is Bob doing?
Oh, no, it wasn't out actually.
Oh, there's the smoke.
Huh,
Okay,
but
there's
someone
a smoke
picked it.
front B. Let's be honest.
I'm sure you
Like,
could
come on.
literally just watch all the rounds.
Sometimes
just
I would
kind of
walk rotate
cherry-picked.
if there's a smoke there.
Cherry picked.
Or
I mean,
not.
honestly,
Maybe
we're
not,
fucking
maybe
full
not.
on cherries at this point. So
Wait,
I'm comparing their
attack.
match histories, and you can see what I've done here is
Oh, they
I've
walked
highlighted
into the
odds,
smoke. They
the
walked
map
into
pick.
the smoke.
This is Bob, the FlyQuest Red player on Blue Otter. This is her match history leading up to the match against us on the 6th. You can actually see she lost in Game Changers to the Shopify Gold team the day before. And the day before that, she played a different match and lost. And the day before that, she played 3 matches and won all 3. Four matches.
All right, I'm gonna go lay
Then
in
you
bed.
have
Let
this
me know when it
game,
gets juicy.
the
chat. I'll
game
message you
that
guys from chat.
had the $30,000 bet on it. And here you have Fair's profile. And you can also see, he played the match against us, and then he played a collegiate LAN that he lost to a team called Cumberland Phoenix. And that was days before our game. And then he played another game the day before.
Dude, like,
And
where's
I'm just thinking in my
TSM, bro?
head, how is this possible? our team is playing so well in scrims. We're in amazing form. Now let's look at what their Haven looked like against
They
us.
still beat Shopify.
1 week later,
Wait, hold on, Shopify.
zero
Hey,
practice.
come,
Let's
Ryan.
just switch our
BCJ.
color.
Coming. Wait,
Because,
BCJ? Oh my god, wait, what
we
happened
don't
to
have much time to
BCJ?
practice.
No, it's
so
his
let's just
team,
switch it
bro.
up.
Shopify's
Fair-
his team.
Fair's going B.
Wait, is this when Fair
Yeah,
started
let's
hacking?
see about that can.
I think this is when Fair started hacking,
so
bro.
Spaz TPs
Oh my god, wait, let me watch Fair
could be a
hacking.
fake TP, could be a real TP. But also, there's
Oh my
only
God,
one
this is
player
simple.
that he can account for right now, and it's this Cypher. Technically, the breach could have fault lined from a link right there, or in a site. Now, this is a very important round, by the way. I just want to point that out. They are running a double duelist comp. They're in a 5-on-4. Bob,
the
as the
normal comp
secondary
that everyone
duelist, is
does.
opping C long. So there's 3 players left in the center of the map right now. None of them are getting info. And they really don't know where we are right now. So let's take a look at
We
this
can't
path
expect
here.
these players to be good, smart players.
So Spaz TP's in, and you can see Fair was already walking into this side. Fair dips his feet in. He's worried about C-Link for a second.
Okay,
Doesn't
you
look
can't
left.
check
Doesn't
every
look right.
angle, bro.
Doesn't worry about the deep C-Link off angle that every pro seems like they play, where it's literally in this
I've seen
spot
some
that
people
he's
walking
standing
this
in.
way too. You know, in a 4v5. Like,
Yo, no, like
He's walking
yeah.
in.
Like, what if he heard the Omen
Oh, he
TP,
cracked
bro?
open the
Like, there
round.
was
Time to
Omen
pop
TP,
the shield.
no?
Time to actually use util now. I mean, these guys are just gonna walk around the entire
Oh.
map all series. Spoiler alert.
To be
Let's
fair,
go into
I'm
round
gonna pop my
5.
shield after I kill one,
This is
too.
only something you would do if like
like shit.
Like, I don't know. I feel like that
I'm
was.
not-
these guys
I'm
don't
not-
even
yeah, I'm
time
not
well
gonna
coming
pop my
out of the
shield and
smoke.
walk in a
These
B. That
angles
makes no
don't
sense
even
at all.
support each other. As
And
they
they
come
know
Like, he
I'm
heard the
there.
Omen
There could be
TP. He
someone
heard the
top
Omen
site,
TP in, and then he
someone
walked
logs,
in.
there could be someone back plat, on plat, in this corner, in garage, maybe even just in the open. Honestly, close smoke. Could be top box next to... There could be like a million spots this guy could die. Watch this in the overview.
But you've got to walk down from Spaz to the
But it's okay, because no one's here this time.
What,
Keep
he's 9
an
and
eye
12?
on Zeke's recon
What
dart.
is happening?
Keep an eye on Fair's utility. And also, let's take a look at him through this wall
All
over
right,
here on
Sean.
the left.
I'm just gonna
right
say,
now.
bro, you guys
We'll
lost
see,
the blue
we'll
water
see.
fair and square, bro.
He's a fast dude.
Like, come on.
There he is. Wait.
Like, they're not
Is
cheating.
that his knife? Wait a
Shopify Rebellion
second.
fans, stop coping.
This guy is ISO, running it down, no shield. This Sova didn't dart. This Sova's not even peeking.
Skip to the cheaters.
Okay, but like
This
I've
is
just
seen
peaked.
this, bro.
And this
like,
Sova's
it's an easy
grabbing
round.
This is the
orb.
cheaters
I've
part.
So
seen-
meanwhile, we're
actually
camming
seen
from
this.
B. We're
I've dead
we're
us done
smoking
this before.
C.
I dead us
Missing
do
the
this
C
in ranked a
push.
lot.
We're high lowing for this right now.
Oh, I mean,
And
ooh, that was
holding
a
the
quick
garage
one.
push.
same idea here.
Ooh. Off of Fair, you can see
That's
their
DMA.
setup actually makes sense. Like from spawn, you know, the Cypher and ISO branch off to like Garage and C. There's like no one A. But as our team
Okay,
moves
see, like
towards
this,
A,
this you can call this sketch.
their whole team also
A 4-stack A off
moves
rip. Like,
towards
this is
A.
sketch.
Turn their heads.
There's massive holes across their entire
It's an
map.
eco though. You can eco stack here.
Oh yeah, you're right. It is an eco.
Slide,
I take it all back.
kill by Amari, paint, and watch for again. Think about the util and how many people just what I would call showed presence at this A site. Like 4 people. So you would think, all right, maybe we should make like a little bit of an aggro play as a team. Let's see. Let's watch Zeke and wait. I'll back off. You got this. You got this, Fair. But you're the ISO, so you got shield and stuff. So he's literally just gonna try peek long as this one-on-one is happening. You know, he doesn't account for 3 players right now.
Polarity. Pancake's gonna get a 1v1.
He's jiggling. He crosses,
Okay, this is normal.
and we're out of
Bro, this
A
is
lobby.
actually normal.
This
Yeah,
guy
like,
literally
you
just
can't tell
saw
me that's
a
not normal. Like,
4-man take,
I do that, bro.
and he's
Done?
trying to
Yeah, I'm
grab this
clearing it.
orb.
That's why you don't play pro anymore.
Well, I did it in pro. Suck my
and, then,
dick.
and then Fair died too. Okay, so what's happening?
Look at the
right?
crosshair placement. Now, he knows
Wait,
we're in garage.
Wait, so he stopped
These
right there
guys
on
do
that
not
clip?
have
He didn't even
info.
show anything that clip.
We just
what?
broke this cam.
Fair literally just
Peeking
died.
aggressively. So keep that in mind when he's about to peek this. This is the sloppiest peek I have ever. So he could have died from like
Aaron, what are
3
you
angles
saying?
right there.
Okay,
He
this is
ignores
okay.
all
That's
of it.
normal.
Is
Like,
wide
like that is
swinging
normal.
with his crosshair into
has
the
shield.
wall. Gets this kill.
Now back in the mix once again. Resets the shield.
Gets that second and just sends
Fair is getting it done themselves.
Okay.
knife
no.
out.
Okay, no.
Looking good
Sends
for
it
the
through.
left, the blue water. And Fair's
Unreal.
not
I swear I see like some
And this one he
duelists do
actually
this. They kill
doesn't
2,
clear
it's
this
5v2,
far.
they go for
Honestly,
more. Oh my God.
I was shocked.
He
I
started
was
acting.
shocked he didn't get this kill. But
started
again,
acting.
I don't think you can go 100
Started
and
doing the
0.
fucking porn acting.
That's
porn
truthfully how I feel about this right now. Let's see
I don't know,
what
I feel like
Fair's
that play was
cooking
pretty
here.
normal,
So
no?
we
That
throw
play
this
did look normal
clouded
to me.
out
I don't know about you guys.
onto
Did that
A.
look
That is
normal?
our
I feel like that
smoke.
looked
He
pretty
just swung
normal.
garage,
Relay
kill
will
2,
be
went for more at
making
5v2.
Way up tree.
I mean, I'm looking going
Let's
for
see
the ace there,
how
too.
Fair reacts to this. So Fair ignores that smoke. They ping the smoke, saying, "Hey, they smoked this." Honestly, the Waylay could have dove into that even. And, you know, we lost vision of this for a long time. Fair is also clearing A main.
There's a gate crash back.
All right, it's a long time that just passed. You can see these guys could have gone
This
into
is
that
on some,
smoke.
like, proud
so
level
surely you're
cope
gonna do
right
the thing
now.
where you turn your head and you look parallel into the smoke.
It's actually giving me prod
Every pro
vibes
does that,
right now.
right? Let's see.
Paint will get some.
Nope, not into the smoke, but surely on the way out.
Over towards
Surely on the way out.
glass. We're still
No. He just walks straight through the smoke. Not worried about a cat lurk. Not worried
Yeah, I mean, you
about
could say this
anything.
is sketch.
Yeah.
Kills our spike in
This
the
is
back.
abnormal.
Doesn't pop dash. Doesn't pop dash. Doesn't cloud burst the cat wall in a one way. Like, not worried about the lurk. This guy's no name main. He now knows Tour by Heaven, but he doesn't know where Pancakes is yet.
Fair though is good, and you still have
Okay.
So you can see Zoe gets the kill. It's a good kill by Zoe.
Oh, he dies.
And there you
I mean,
go.
I guess
Once he
this
gets
is
this
that
kill,
normal.
Fair
Like, you
holding the
take a
corner.
main if they're like cat to heaven, or you just cope sight.
Again,
like taking cats.
no
weird, I guess.
util used.
Oh, that's DMA. That's DMA.
They're still inserted on the site though, and it's
There's that dash. All right. All right. So this whole time he could have died in the side of the head to a cat lurk. But he popped dash now.
I
so
mean,
let's see.
he's kind of
We can-
gambling here, but that shot was pretty nice.
Oh, he missed it though. He missed the info dash. That's crazy. So he dies.
What?
He dies there. We end up losing this round.
This is the guard play.
Very next
The
round.
guard does this.
Here comes
What?
Fair. Coming up cat.
It looks like he's throwing, not cheating.
Moment Blind cuts through.
What is he? Is he throwing or
Dark.
cheating? I don't know.
No,
Honestly,
this is top mid push, bro. They
We should have
took
been a
this from
bit more
guard.
prepared than this. I'm actually surprised he doesn't react immediately,
shit on
given
him.
how quick he was in all these other rounds. Kind of ignores that guy for a split second. Immediately kills
fuck?
him.
Yeah, that's
Crosshair
funny. What's
placement
happening?
perfect for second, third,
Okay.
fourth, fifth, though.
Okay, Sean, don't.
What do you
no,
mean?
no.
Wait, what does he mean? The
What do you mean,
crosshair
why don't
placement
clear
is perfect
anything?
for second,
Why
third,
clear
fourth, and
anything?
fifth?
This is cope. This is cope.
Okay, this one's cold, bro.
I think Mini said it best on Twitter.
What did Minnie say?
I put it in Discord.
Let's go to next half.
I'm not looking.
Because
too
pistol
deeply.
round's super important.
Yeah,
Let's see.
Good later.
A lot of questions about
Wait.
what this shot
Like you can't
Wait,
expect these players to play like perfect, bro.
Can you just
It's your
link it in the
two.
chat for let the chat look at it if they want to look at it?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, let's clear mid one. No.
Not gonna get away with
Okay.
taking away space for
Let's go right up to the
free
shit.
as much, but this is the point of entry that I would be really curious.
Wait.
Okay, bro, I need to go pee. Like, am I gonna miss anything? Like,
Okay, is this?
Pink?
Okay,
What?
this is also normal, no?
Guys, hold on. I'm holding this. I'm holding
What's
this,
the next
guys.
segment after Ascent cheating?
what? What do you mean?
So
I'm
what's
holding
next?
top mid too.
So
Like,
they
there's-
fake cat to pull this
Of
guy
course I'm
Like
off.
holding
mid
top
trip,
mid.
top
Pretty good
mid, no
play.
B main pressure.
What else would I be looking at? Not
We
top
killed
mid?
him. Holy shit. Now the thing to look at here is the timing of everything. So watch ping.
I've
He's
actually
gonna
never
walk
been more
away.
disappointed in a video in my life, bro.
Yeah, no.
They ping the wall. I don't know
Oh,
why.
my
It's
hair knows
just
1,000
annoyed
bits?
right there.
It might be worse than prod coping. Yeah,
So
I
you
don't.
can see Paint is walking away.
It only looks like copium because
Alright.
it's against Shopify
Let's
Rebellion.
cross this now with this classic. Ahead of
Sean
any bait,
Garrett's
by
the
the way.
Shopify
Ahead of
Rebellion
any bait.
Sean.
There's
Like,
not
can I see
even a
some
reason to
Discord
really
deals
cross
or
I
it.
mean,
something,
shit,
bro?
they were- yeah, can we get some like drama? Like
It's just
floor
a huge
drama
risk.
was low key hitting.
So
Like
you have
there's
A
like,
main.
you know, like
Once
Okay,
you
don't
get
say
side
that
cat
in,
angle
bro.
from
okay, not
deep
hitting, but like
inside,
okay,
sure,
no,
there's
but like
no
so I'm not. I didn't mean it like that. But I'm saying like one side
So,
has story, then another side.
see?
This is literally just like nah.
Trying to
He
make some
whiffs,
room.
he's throwing.
Fair, you got us, right? Make some room.
Like what?
So,
Like these guys are tier 2,
I
bro.
mean, this
Tier
is
2 players are
literally
not that better than
absolutely
ranked
perfect
players, bro.
When is
Like,
he gonna
what?
accuse me of
BCJ
hacking?
is.
Like fuck,
And
bro.
you can see it causes Muncie to move a little bit.
Yeah, I need to go
Spaz goes
pee,
close
bro.
the
Tell me if I
door.
missed anything. I'll
He's
be
playing
back.
safe.
I'm not even
He's
gonna
gonna
wash my
smoke
hands.
B main.
Only has a judge.
And now he hits his timing to lurk right onto the wall.
Well, when you
Oh! Let's just stop right here.
90% of the shells out of that
So he
first card
stops
into the
here,
face is
in
what
between our
he
players,
Yeah, I mean you can say that's
and
like
ends
sketch, I
up
guess. That's like perfect timing.
timing Muncie, because Muncie ends up spraying the smoke,
happens
thinking
so
they're
often.
deep cat.
Yeah, I know.
He goes
That's what
into
I'm saying.
this smoke while getting paranoid, grabs the gun, knife out, of course,
That's what happens.
runs back, dashes into the middle of the open, even though the paranoid came from, switch side. Could be A main, because that's where Spaz was early round. They have no A main
I don't know, I feel like
control.
that's cope, no?
He dashes into middle of the open.
Now the video started off so
worry
good
about
with the
anything.
crypto
Okay.
shit, you
I feel like-
know.
I feel like that clip just now was like
8
cope.
to 7.
Yeah.
Let's check the econ real quick. Is this a big
He
round?
reloaded so he
Their
pushed the
econ
smoke.
would be low. They would be broke if they lost this one. Our ults would be there if we won this one.
Okay, and the song choice doesn't
It's actually a
help.
very big round. Let's go back and look at how he clears
bro,
some of
it's
these
been
B
going on for
main
like
angles
40 minutes.
that are just so common in pro play. I'm drawing attention here to the fact that the Sova isn't there, and the Cypher does not cam. He doesn't wait for the cage. He just
Holy skip
sloppy
this
peeks
segment.
this
We
in.
can't.
There
It's
could be
a live
a dozen
premiere of
different
the video.
angles that kill him. Watch his crosshair.
Windows where they can find
He is not worried about this entire right side off angle.
Cheat evidence is 35
Yo,
minutes
is
in.
it
He
over
doesn't
yet?
even look. They're droning through mid.
Has
I mean,
anything
they
been good in
can't-
the
Bro,
last
I
4
think they're
minutes?
more
Our
cheating
knife
than
is about to
cheating.
land.
No, I think they're more throwing than cheating, bro. I don't think they're cheating. I think they're just throwing.
Bro, I haven't seen any like.
All right.
I mean, it's kind of hard
Wow,
to tell if
that's gonna
someone's
double
hacking in
scam
Valorant,
them.
to be
So
honest.
that cam's not gonna work.
Yeah.
2 here. They know a KO just knife double scan.
Like honestly, like if you watch my clips, like Sean would actually think I'm literally
this plays out.
hard
Okay,
cheating.
no.
So he
Sean
walks
would have watched
out
my
of
stream.
B
I think I'd
main,
get permanently banned.
looking
Okay, if
sidewalk,
you went
all by
0-13
himself. There's
cheating,
no
I
one
don't know what
helping
to say. Like, just chalk it up.
He crosses.
I'm game. Well, I started cheating.
He's
recently.
immediately focused on
Have
stairs.
you noticed I've been one tapping
That's
more?
the only thing he's looking at. He's not worried about any of these close angles right now. He's only looking stairs. He quickly clears over by
Dude,
logs.
this is a normal clear, bro.
He's back to looking stairs. Not worried about the spawn peak.
That's a normal clear. Like, why would he dash into sight like an idiot
Insane.
and die to the guy if he was cheating, bro? Like,
Insane.
low-key.
Here we go. The exec to
Okay,
close
yeah,
us
why
out.
would- yeah, why would
Let's
he
see
do
how
that?
good
Like,
of an
that's a
exec
normal
this
clear.
is.
You're not
It's a team
holding-
effort.
Like, why would you hold
Holy
CT there?
shit, this paranoia is gonna go crazy.
Bro, everyone
This
does this.
paranoia is
Everyone
gonna
does
go
this
crazy.
paranoia.
This paranoia actually is gonna catch
Okay,
both
Sean.
of our
Sean.
B
Okay, no,
players.
Everyone.
Sean.
Sean. That's
We
We
actually
need better
annoying.
clips.
We
We
actually
need
get
better
Everyone
clips.
does
He's
this
the top
paranoia, bro. That's
Hell
actually
yeah.
annoying.
Thought I wouldn't give you one before we end. No, he's gonna close us out with one. Check this shit out. So perfect paranoia cuts through sight, gets both of our players. BCJ is sitting ult out. Man, what would really suck is to be paranoid so you can't hear, you can't see. You have
Okay,
util,
Sean,
bro.
okay, now I ask Sean the question: what the fuck do you want him to paranoia? Back sight when we're fucking. Of course, obviously we're gonna paranoia the jump up in stairs, bro. Have you lost your mind? You're literally a coach of. You've coached 100 Thieves, bro. You would tell your team to flash this as well.
So he's actually just gonna shock
Like,
our trips.
bro.
And this is a normal exec,
That's
no?
a
The
trip.
jet
So he's gonna
dash
shock
updraft
this
into
one.
silent.
Yeah, I would.
Yeah,
that's
let me
not-
get up and
And then
exec.
you'd see Fair, Cloudburst up top.
Real
This actually
refs,
kind
the
of
refs
play.
need to do something, bro. Are there any? Are there
When
one
you
of
know
one
everyone
brain?
is like
no,
a
we need one of one
Fireball
brain
cages
here.
the ground.
One of
He
one brain.
crosses
Did you
the
do it
top.
or
He's
no?
just breaking down the
Dashes
exec, bro. This is a
over
normal
BCJ's
exec.
head. I mean, keep in mind, they're both hit by this paranoia. They have no sound. They don't know what's happening. So he's in between them, and his first play right now isn't to turn around and get that kill. You know what his first play is?
Bro, that is no, bro.
What if
Come
he
on.
did
Time to
it?
use his
Okay.
second cloudburst. Let's one-way cloudburst this shit.
That's easily dodged. Running on site, BCJ is a turn for
Holy
it,
shit, man.
and that might be how.
That's how I realized that. I
Okay,
think
no.
Blue Otter
Because
might
if he was shit, why would he just kill the lane guy instantly
yeah,
and then kill the
I-
stair guys? You know what I mean? Like, he
Hyper
just obviously
assistance in a
dashed it and didn't
second.
see the guy lane.
And
Yeah,
again,
or he's a top
it
dog. I mean, he
is
definitely seen him because he
important
turned around
to
and
note
tapped the fuck out of him.
betting.
I think
I
it's
don't,
like, that could be
don't
comms,
even
though.
know how to get
No, Loki
access
is
Like, his
to
team
DM.
ran
I think
out.
his
I don't
DMA
bet
locked
on
onto the wrong
games,
target and he
but
instantly
it
turned
was
around and one tapped him.
4.8
Oh,
to
shit,
1
Loki.
before the series.
4.8
and we
series.
won the first map, which was their pick. They had
Yeah,
zero
but his team
practice.
ran out and
all
shot the guy
week,
lane, no?
and this guy just caught all of those times.
Why wouldn't you dash over and
Alright,
kill the guy
okay,
lane?
That's how we
pretty
didn't make
dope, yeah.
playoffs.
Alright, this
So
is the good
that's
part.
how we didn't make playoffs. Okay, now
Yeah,
that's
that's a
now
bad
that's dope.
sentence to end on.
So
That's
we don't know
dope.
how Fair is cheating.
Yeah, Harry.
But
Oh my god.
these are
Harry,
insane
that's
coincidences.
good.
Wait, is
That's
that
dope.
the end of the video?
Right after he threw a game, to say it's not happening with all this evidence would
What?
literally
What?
be insane. And I'm not gonna lie, I
Yo.
do have theories, but I'll leave that for another day. There are multiple teams that I have a reason to believe are also matched in Tier 2. Bray himself has confirmed in DMs that Prosperity and Burger Boys are among the teams that are involved. There are other teams that I believe are working with him
my
too.
God,
I think
bro.
Sad Esports is one of them. I mean, some
Sad
of the
Esports?
matches that I
Whoa.
went over that aren't in this
TSM
video
and
are
Ambrosia.
crazy.
Now he's throwing out.
And then you have TSM and Ambrosia
whoa, whoa,
on a
whoa.
bet for 134 grand. Everything about that match says something
Sim?
weird is going on, including the fact that there are people in that server that
Whoa.
mutually follow back Bray and
Satellite?
Coco. And
Qubit
quite
Satellite?
frankly, I think it's
Oh my-
unlikely
wait,
that they're going to be
Qubit
betting,
Satellite?
134 grand on a match that they don't know the outcome of, while betting
I'm actually
30
tired
grand
now,
on
bro. I
one
need
they
to go to
do
sleep.
know the outcome of. Now, I
Can I
don't
nap
know
1 hour
if
before
all of these
energy, bro?
players
I
are
need
guilty
energy.
or on the in, but what I do know is that as a team, something weird happened, right? And that is proven by my conversation with someone
2v2,
like
fuck, I
Practo
forgot.
or Teak, right? These players are singled out. So
I got
it doesn't
blue ball,
even
bro.
need to be a whole team that's involved here.
Yeah.
And that's something to keep in mind. These players could be getting paid to intentionally underperform.
The guy in my chat just
The
said,
odds are
not gonna
right.
lie, Teague
I don't
the
know.
bag,
They
one of
could
one
be
Bray,
getting
I
paid
wouldn't
to
snitch
do
on you.
otherwise based on fair, right?
Bro.
I don't know. It sucks to even think this. I have these examples where Bray literally, I say this, and I've been keeping an eye on this guy, so I have been told Kane, right? On the 15th,
Kane
right here,
Zero, oh my
the
God.
day that they said they have to move everything to Telegram. I said, you better document it all. There are real world
Bro, is this it?
impacts and repercussions though from this
do you think
match
Kane
fixing
Zero's an
and
op?
cheating. And
Okay,
I mean, that's
I feel
ultimately
like-
why I'm here. You know,
Bro, I feel
Shopify
like-
Rebellion Black or the Split 1
Wait, so who-
champions.
who
That's
were
the team
the
that I general
people?
manage for. We were set to
Blue
continue
Otter's
that success
Burger
in
Boys.
Split 2. The point
Blue
slot
Otter,
is
Burger
very
Boys,
important.
and
There's two
maybe
slots that move up to
Satellite
this Ascension
on-
tournament. And that's the only goal of the
Yeah,
challenge.
maybe
is
Satellite
to
on top of
ascend
them?
to
I don't
VCT. One of
Bro,
the
okay, but I
slots
feel
is the
like
points total.
he
So by getting
found
cheated
out like some
of
people were doing it.
playoffs,
Now he thinks like a
our
majority
point
of people are
total
doing
now
that, even if they're
is
just playing
completely
bad.
messed up. We go
Oh,
from
bro, stop talking about your own team.
leaders
It
by
makes it
winning
look
split
so
1
bad here.
to now maybe I don't even know how it's going to end up after split 2 playoffs. And it just
So
sucks
he
to be in a
accused the
situation where
teams
you're in
that beat
a
them
do or
and
die
took them out of
scenario for split
playoffs.
3. You must win split
Yeah.
3 with all of this
just
shit
looks
also
weird,
going
you know?
on.
Like,
That's
okay,
the world I'm living in. I
Victor went
guess.
4-19.
The team's future
Is he
now
throwing? Like,
jeopardized.
he could've just had, like, a
Innocent
bad
players
game,
all
bro.
across tier 2 are
Like, some of
potentially
those
losing
players
their
are just normal.
jobs and livelihood
This is
and facing
actually,
career
like, Yash is
setbacks.
giving me prod
There's
vibes.
not that many jobs to go around.
So,
And another thing in
Can we
addition
get
to
a reach
this
at
is
TLDR?
Okay,
What's the whole
okay,
video? I don't even know
someone-
who's
yo,
cheating.
look incredible.
Yo, someone throw out the
because
video of me
an
dying to a
entire
firewall,
game might
bro.
be
Does anybody
staged.
have that, bro?
So how can you know if a 30 frag performance
Wait,
is even
look at
real?
what dynamic
None
just
of the
linked in
reputable organizations, salary-paying organizations,
how do I unmute
want to see
screen?
associated with the competitive scene riddled
yeah,
with
yeah,
match
so-
fixing and cheating.
No,
I mean,
Yassine.
I personally
Okay,
received
Yassine
tons
didn't
of
throw for me,
messages,
I swear.
Chinese VCT
Okay.
orgs asking me if certain players are match
Yassine,
fixing.
that's me right there.
And truthfully,
Nah, I'm over this video,
I can't
bro.
even tell
Yassine didn't throw
them
for-
because I know how many people Bray reached out to. I know that there's no money here. I watch these games and it looks pretty damning, but I'm not going to call out people that I'm not certain of yet. And again, this is why I need the community to help me out here.
Thank you, Sabrosa.
I know
I owe
there's
you
so
one.
many smart people out there in the community, coaches, analysts, IGLs, that can look through these games and draw awareness to some of the weird stuff that's happening. They can flag some shady behavior in the scene. And I don't know, maybe we can get tips on more ways that this is happening, because it's not just these two. Well, there's other people also sending messages to these players. And unfortunately, I didn't even find out about
Azrex
those
said
guys
waste
until it
of
was
an
too
hour,
late.
next segment, Chinese.
Since the news broke,
Azrex, you're just
Shuffle.com
slow, you're just
suspended
happy
tier
you
2
didn't
Valorant
get caught.
betting.
You piece
But
of shit.
as you can see, it's back.
Fucking crypto.
And
This guy Azrex
even
said
when
crypto
it was
millionaire out of
suspended,
nowhere, bro. I
Bray
wonder how.
continued contacting
Should I guess
players,
sign up to Shopify Rebellion
but
if he's gonna
deleted
cope
everything
this
off
hard?
of his
Yeah, I
Twitter
don't
in
know
the
what's happening.
meantime. So it's very hard for people to come into this and track what has been going
Wait,
on.
Bray's an SGA
Riot
fan?
knows about these
Fuck, I'm an
issues.
SGA fan.
And I've been communicating with them directly,
Fuck.
going
OKC
all the
is
way
fine,
back to the
baby.
morning of May 7th.
Bro, this shit's cooked, bro.
But as a multi-billion
Alright, should we
dollar
get Bray in the call
corporation,
now?
they probably are
Bro,
going to
that's
look in
not
their
the
best
real one,
interest
bro.
for their bottom line, and they're
Think
going to
it's
move a
fake?
lot slower in their investigation than I would like.
Yeah.
Now, crypto and Telegram make this incredibly hard to trace. And that's part of the reason why I think you need to move fast in things like this. Because once people know you're onto them, it becomes exponentially harder to catch this. So more than ever, I honestly think we need a replay system. So we can catch individual players that are cheating or doing weird things. You have overview shots of scenarios. And thankfully, Anna Donlan announced that's coming out in September.
Oh my god.
But man, if we had it now, it would be incredible for something like this. We need better anti-cheat software.
Bray's actually
Vanguard needs to be updated, and punishments
Bray, I
absolutely
stand
need
with
to be
Bray. Let
given
me
to
get
the
a
players that
ban.
undermine the integrity of this game. There's a lot of suspicious stuff that I haven't been able to include in this
If
video.
Sean's video needed...
A lot of stuff.
Bro,
has come
why
to
could
me
you have
after
not
I
put it
sent
in the
out that
video?
Twitter video.
We waited
And
a
I'm
week.
very thankful for the people in the community that took that risk to send it to me. Even the people that don't want this shared, I have respected those wishes. And there's a lot that's happening behind the scenes regarding that stuff.
Bro, like some of these clips are just
Thank you so
terrible,
much
bro.
to
Like,
everyone
that
that's
last-
worked with me, T.
That last
Rashto.
exec.
And like I said, what you see in this
He
video
went,
isn't
what is this
everything.
Omen blind?
This is
like,
the top of the rabbit hole.
This shot is
We're gonna need
too
to zoom
funny,
out and see the
bro.
root cause, but that's for another day.
Oh my god.
Okay, there's no way they all bot reviews like, damn, no, what? The whole entire
Thank
Shopify
you, Aaron, I
Rebellion
love
team
you,
went, no, that guy's cheating. Like, what is this exec? They've never seen this exec before.
Wow, we hyped up that video so
Wow.
much for what?
I mean, I just wasted an hour of my time.
Harry 111 cheers.